Hello, and welcome back to Kinsley Custom Guitars. Today we are continuing with the Stratocaster that we took apart in the last video, and we are going to be cleaning this bad boy. It's got some, let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, it's got some decent gunk built up on it and some dings and dents. It's visibly two different colors between the body and where the pickguard was. So we're gonna see how much of that we can even out and get rid of. Thanks, Windows. We're gonna see how much of that we can even out and get rid of. So to start, we are going to bring back our old friend Mr. Towel, like I promised in the last video. So through the magic of editing, you'll get to see Mr. Towel up here. All right, and here is Mr. Towel, and hopefully Mr. Towel helps cut down on the bumps that came through on the microphone. The microphone is still mounted just right up there. The stand is on the desk, so hopefully the booming that was present in the last video is not there anymore. Still just learning my way through this. So to start, we are going to take a regular old paper towel and some regular old rubbing alcohol, and we're just going to see how much of the surface gunk we can get off with some rubbing alcohol. Alright, we'll start right here on that bad spot. Let's see if I can get a better shot on that so you guys can see. Right about there. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh yeah, took most of it off. We do have a little bit of a mar in the finish underneath what was on there. Right there and there, but they're not super noticeable. I think that's just more gunk. Yeah, that came off. Oh, that one came off too. Oh, that one came off too. Nice. All right. So I'll probably just time lapse. Let me zoom you back out. Oop, too far. I'll probably just time lapse the rest of this cleaning, and then we will be back when it's time for the next stage, when we start polishing it and trying to get rid of this two-tone color right here. I know that's going to be covered up by the pickguard, but it still bothers me knowing that it's there, so I want to minimize that as much as I possibly can. So cue the time lapse. Okay, this guitar was not as bad as I had feared. It's barely dirty on the paper towel, unlike how it was with the Dan Electro, if any of you guys saw that video. I thought this one was worse than it actually was because the guitar is white, and white really shows all the dirt and everything that's on it. I did also decide to clean the bridge while I had the alcohol out. Just grabbed the old toothbrush and some alcohol and got down deep in there and got all the gunk out from the bridge, and it looks almost new again. My lighting's not as good as it used to be. I'm kind of in a temporary setup here, but I think you can kind of tell. It's definitely cleaner than it was. So the next step is I'm actually just going to use some good old Turtle Wax polishing compound. I figure if it's good enough for clear coat, it's good enough for a guitar finish. I'm definitely not a professional luthier or anything. I'm just sharing what I've had good results with. I'm sure in the comments I'll get lots of people saying that you should never use car polish on a guitar, that it's bad for the finish or what have you, but I've had really good luck with this so far, and I've been doing it for years, so take that as you will. It is not professional advice. And to start, we're gonna give it a good shake. And I don't think we'll need much, just a little dab. Oop, that was a little more than I wanted, but oh well. This little dab on the microfiber towel, and we'll just start rubbing it in. All right. I don't know if you can quite tell on the camera, but there is a very slight difference in the yellowing. I'm going to go back to a time lapse and polish up the rest of this, and we'll come back afterwards and see how it looks. All right, so we got the polishing done, and it did significantly lessen the yellow to white transition. Not sure if you guys can see that on the camera. Yeah, I can kind of see it, but it's definitely a lot better than it was, and I am fairly happy with the results. We did have one chip fall out right down in here, right by this piece of damage right here. While I was polishing, the paint just chipped out of there. I'm gonna have to seal that back up with some clear nail polish or something similar to that, which I don't have on hand, unfortunately, so I can't do that right now. I'll probably just do it off camera, but it will be done. So I believe that concludes the body cleaning portion. I really thought this was going to be a much longer video. I think that's where we are going to cut it off for today, though. So this has been the cleaning of the body. The neck is going to get its own separate video. Up next, we are going to disassemble the pick guard and reassemble it on the new one and install it to the body. And then the video after that is probably going to be addressing the neck of the guitar. So stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit that like button down there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.